Big Things Coming is proudly brought to you by Dazzle Home Loans. Darren's 15 years experience in finance will remove the worry when buying your new home. What is up, guys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Big Things Coming. My friends, Jordy and Mel.
Hi.
How you doing? You all right?
Bloody fucking wicked. Oh, I swore. Oops. Sorry, guys.
You're allowed to say fucking.
No.
He's got attitude
Not in
today.
the
He's got a
first
beer.
minute.
He's got a beer, so he's got the attitude.
I drank my first beer on the
I remember my first beer.
I'm great. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great now that I've got a beer in my hand.
Yes, and thanks to our guest, who is
Mark, the guitarist from Buried Shallow. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, guys.
Whee. Ching, ching, ching.
And thank you for the study
Check
holder.
out.
I can't read it actually
Yes.
out loud, but you know.
Hey, Peter, I don't know if we're allowed to.
not
Maybe
allowed
you
to.
can zoom in on that.
Yes.
All right, like
Say it, Jordy.
Oh, you could do this. Have a beer, yeah.
That is a classy machine you got
Yes,
there, my brother.
it's good.
Awesome, bro.
for the past few episodes, I've been on the roadcaster and I can't get the buttons right.
It's about multitasking, isn't it?
I
And
said
we've
to Jordy,
discussed
yeah,
this.
I couldn't figure it out. I'm not tech savvy.
That's okay, I've got you.
Oh,
This
guy.
This guy.
this guy.
To myself. That is to myself.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. What's been happening, bro?
How you doing, bro?
Bro, thank you for having me on. This is sick. You have such a sick setup here.
Just bring that microphone nice
sorry,
and close.
man.
No,
Don't be
no,
shy.
Come on close
Yeah.
and intimate.
So we were just discussing last night. You were at Storm Rider, yeah?
Yes, yeah, we were the third band on at Storm Rider.
Oh,
Wow.
sick.
It's our
Yeah.
second time at Storm Rider. We were
Yeah.
lucky enough to, usually he doesn't put bands on two times next to each other. But what happened is an Over East band pulled out and we were like, fucking oath, we'll play.
Sucks to be you. Sick. I heard it went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good fun, man.
Fiona was telling us, like, you know, Undeniable played on night one.
Yep.
Who else was there? Can you list the bands that you were playing with?
So on night
This was
one,
for night two. Or?
Yeah, I played. Sorry,
Just come closer.
I played night two, but I was there for a bit on night one. I caught the first three bands because I wanted to see Black Majesty because they are
Black Majesty.
so good.
Yeah.
That's the band that Jacob Kenny was talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
I ran into Jacob Kenny at Heritage FM and he said, dude, you've got to fucking check him out. So, yeah, thank you for reminding me. I'm
Bro,
gonna
they
listen.
put on a power metal clinic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love that description. Like, you know, that's just I want to see them now.
Just get it in me.
Now, if I had said that, that would have been like,
What did he say?
she said what?
So sadly, I had to bail because I had to play the night before and I had my dog at home. So I left after Black Majesty and getting absolutely crushed in bowling at amps by the Vanta boys. I don't know if you know the Vanta. Yeah, they're one of we played with them they opened up on night two and they are so good.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, just really talented musicians.
Yeah.
So, but I went with them on night one, and they just crushed me in bowling, like all of them. It was embarrassing. All the stories are up too. I couldn't hide from it.
Dude, I can't even go bowling now. I got to use the bumpers, you know, like otherwise it's just
Why
gutter
now?
balls.
Like, hasn't it
I'm
always
saying.
been that way?
I can see it.
Yeah, well, I can't multitask.
And it'd be like, you have to let go of the ball, John. He's like,
You see me flying down the aisle.
How was the show overall?
The show was so good, man. Like the crowd just on night one, the crowd was just there straight away
Yeah.
all
Yep.
night. It
Yeah.
was so good. The whole crowd was involved. Like,
Yeah.
everyone was really engaged. Everyone and as soon as the band finished, everyone was outside. You couldn't get a word in with anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone was just it put everyone in good spirits, man. Which is
Yeah.
what these shows are about. Like,
yes.
Hell yeah.
Who was the soundy? Was it Scott Crichton?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Shout out to Scotty.
Yeah, he always gives me tips on how I should do my Inia rig properly.
Yep. And he gave us tips how we can run our backing tracks if we, you know,
ever play with him again. Like the cheap way of doing it.
Right.
He is a very knowledgeable human.
He knows
Yeah,
his
yeah.
shit, man. He knows his
We
shit.
totally need him on the show.
I messaged him, but he hasn't replied
Hey,
yet. So
Scott.
Scotty,
Scotty.
Come on.
He's such a good, like, you know, you're in for a good night when he's doing sound for you. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as you see his face, you're like, oh, I'm going to sound sick tonight.
And it's like you can just like chill out, like chill with what you have to do and just trust that it's
Yeah.
going to be great,
dude,
right?
I will never forget, right? There was a night at Convenience when it was still open and their soundy had called in sick and all the bands had loaded in and whatnot and it's getting time for sound check. There's no soundy. What the fuck is going on? Everyone's panicking like, oh, the gig's going to be cancelled. Oh, shit, what's going on?
And then
Opens the doors. Scott Crichton walked in.
Of course.
And I was like, everyone in the room just, their spirits just
Yeah.
lifted.
He is sound Jesus.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
at the Evans.
Like, I was like, yeah. I was like, dude, thank you so much. He goes, I've just got to set this up and then I'm fucking off.
Well, I think it was a lot of, like, every sound guy knew that board.
Yeah.
And they weren't excited about it.
no,
Yeah.
no, shame. No, they weren't. But let's talk about your band because that's
Yeah.
why you're here.
Yeah. Buried Shallow.
Yes.
Where did the name come from?
Fuck.
Or is it
All
just-
right, so
Give us the story.
I was on a road trip to Northcliffe.
Okay.
Years ago, before I was even playing bands in Perth, I was on
Yeah.
a road trip, and we crossed through this little town just out of Bridgetown, and I read this story about, because I'd never heard anything, so while I was in the car, I just Googled it,
Yeah.
and there was a shallow grave
Right.
with 5 dead babies in it, and yeah, and I thought that's a fucking band name for sure. Like,
What, 5 dead babies?
yeah, well, like it started off as 5 Buried Shallow, and I thought it's too long, it's too much.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
changed, like, before we even like started jamming.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's become a Buried Shallow. Like,
Yeah.
I've had this name in my head for years.
Yeah.
And I was in all this filth for like 7 years.
Yeah.
and like,
I remember all this.
and then once I started Buried Shallow, like I'd started my thing, so I wanted to kind of put all my energy into that.
Yeah.
And I managed to find 4 of the, like, I'm having fun with my friends, you know,
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're guys that I love. Like,
Like-minded dudes.
the way it started is Charlie, our vocalist, he messaged me at like a little schoolgirl. He was like, I really want to be in a band with you, bro. And I messaged back like a schoolgirl. I was like, I want to be in a band with you too, bro. And then we cuddled, and then all of a sudden, me and him are finding musicians. And our friend,
all I can think of now is like,
Step
you know,
Brothers.
Celine Dion's music. Like, yeah.
I just think about Step Brothers. The movie was like, I like dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs.
we
Are we
become
best
best friends right
Are we
now?
best friends now?
that's very much how this band is. So we just thought, who do we like hanging out with in the scene? So we got, the next member was Googs. Like, his real name's Greg, but no one calls him that.
No.
Yeah.
It says Googs. So we got Googs in. He was a bass player in a band.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh, you'll be able to play guitar. That's fine. So he went and brought a guitar and a guitar amp, and
Yeah.
then he was the other guitarist. And then we were writing stuff and all that. It was like, we're going to need a drummer and a bass player. We actually, from Googs' last band when he was playing bass, we got his guitarist to switch over. So he was like, yeah, I'll play bass, went and brought a Dingwall. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's how. And then the drummer we got was actually my person I learnt my instrument with in Kalgoorlie. Like, we went to primary school together. Like, yeah, I can't remember a time where he didn't exist.
Yeah.
like,
Right.
Yeah.
I've just always known him.
Yeah.
We learnt our instruments together, and he wasn't playing in a band. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
how long's it been since you're playing metal? He was like, about 5-6 years. I was
Yeah.
like, not anymore, brother.
Welcome to the band,
Yeah, and then things just clicked instantly, bro. We just started writing. I'd come in with a song, bam. I was like, learn this, boys. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yep, sick. And
Yeah.
then Brett would come in with a song. Googsy would come into a song. All of a sudden, we got 7-8 songs, and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, which ones are we scrapping?
Yeah.
None of them, apparently.
Well,
so
that's a set right there.
Yeah.
So you just start mastering your craft and
Yeah.
And how long's the
play a
band
gig.
been together now?
we probably kicked off in late 2022. I think
Yeah.
we figured out. Our first show was in September 2022.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
Convenience.
Convenience,
Yeah. It was a Metal United. It was a Metal United, I think. And so it was fun as we were the first band on, like being a new band, and like we put a lot of hype into social media like for that gig, and it just like we filled Convenience, so like it wasn't a huge crowd. Yeah, but it's Convenience, so it looks packed.
50 people looks like 500 in that room.
Bro, the thing is, they all had a fucking good time. So like, we got something special here, boys. Let's just fucking. So by the time we're recording songs, like we've already got more written. So like, it's just a constant.
Yeah. And that's it. So it's like a domino effect, you know. Like once you start, you don't stop.
When you've got 5 guys or 5 people that are all on the same page and all want the same things. And all love the same shit. You know, it doesn't become hard work. You just you're just hanging around with your mates, just doing what you love, drinking piss and having a good time.
Yeah,
winning.
Hell yeah, dude. Where's the band at now? Like in terms of like, so you've been together a couple of years. What's happening in terms of recording, releases, anything? Like what's on the horizon?
So last year, in I think November, we released our first EP. Yeah, and like we launched that, and we already had songs written. We're already ready to play new songs. Yeah. So we've played a couple of new songs live, but we're stepping in to record a bunch of singles for the next lot. We realised, like, because when we put out, we realised that the singles we put out did significantly better than the EP. So we're like, fuck it, let's just put a lot of work into singles. Yeah. So we're looking at film clips for the new stuff and
exciting stuff.
More obnoxious names for songs and more obnoxious merch. Like we're fairly like we're just a bunch of bogans that like metal. Yeah. So like, and I think that comes out in what we play.
Fuck yeah.
So
well, there's no, you can't hide your image, your brand. Yeah. You know, like Colourmine's all about meagering noodles and drinking beers, you know, so that's our thing. That's wearing our red flannelettes, so I can relate to the bogan thing. Although, like Reg and Alex now, well, Alex, no, he'd say he's a bogan, but Reg would hate me if I called him a bogan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's more classy.
Complex.
He is classy.
He's a classy man.
He loves his red flannel. He loves a cold beer.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go another. Yeah.
I will as well. Okay, how
I
about
think we
that?
need to like just put it as
cheers, brother.
A disclaimer for all our guests that come on. Like, if you don't turn up with a beer, for us as well,
get fucked.
For that matter, if you don't turn up anywhere with beer, just get the fuck out.
Like, why are you fucking breathing?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to do an episode where it goes for like 2 or 3 hours and we just start sober, and then by the end of it, and then I'll say,
you're a fucking good guy, man.
I love you, bro.
I love you,
No,
dude.
you need to do the beeper one. You're a good...
I fucking love
If you do that, I'll bring Googs in. Like, Googs is our resident alcoholic. Like we'll start jam. We have to jam in the mornings on a Saturday because like we're pissed by the end.
And that's the beauty as well of like having a morning jam.
You guys do it, right?
Yeah. We
never.
love our early morning jams. It's like going for an early morning run. Not that I do that. Once you've got your jam done, it's like you've got the rest of the day to do whatever the fuck you want. And everyone's sober in at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
No,
I'd like to think they are.
Would you sing at that time of the day? Like
at 8 in the morning?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, same. I'd
probably give it like,
no.
it's 10, 11 at the best.
At the best.
It's
I
not
can
for the...
very seldom croak.
I can still do that.
Give me a coffee or something else first, and then I'll talk.
I can't croak before midday, man. Like,
Googs we'll start jamming at 9, and Googs will legit have 6 cans done by 9:30.
Cheers to Googs.
He's a great guy to jam with. Why isn't he not here today?
So now that you've ridden the roller coaster of Storm Rider, right? What's next for you guys? What's coming up for Buried Shallow, bro?
Well, look, after we get these singles done, I think we owe it to our friends. Like in February, we went over to Sydney. Yeah. We played some shows over there. We played.
I actually saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, we played a festival called Metal Alliance.
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
It's set up by this person I know called Alex, she plays in a band called Thraxis, and I can't remember the name of her new black metal band, but she's just one of the most talented guitar players I've ever met in my life. Like, she's like endorsed by Black Star. She's killing it.
So what sort of style of playing? Like technical playing? Like very
just
shredding?
Like, shredding.
Yeah.
Like, she can shred.
Yeah.
She shreds hard. Like, and so I toured with All This Filth like years ago, and we played with Thraxis, and I just kept in contact with her. And we became really good friends.
Yeah.
And she rang me, or someone rang someone, and she reckons, "Oh, do you want to come over to Sydney for Metal Alliance?" And I was like,
Fuck
Yeah, why not?
So, and when she gave me this number of this other guy from Grindhead Productions. Yeah. And I was like, oh, he set us up another show while we're over there. So then we played this bar in Penrith. Yeah. And Penrith is wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we rocked up to this venue. It was called Elton Chong's. And we it was a floor show, and I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. And the owner comes to us, she's like, oh, we want you to trash the place. I said, fucking what? What? She goes, yeah, just trash the place. And I was like, fucking okay.
So we burnt it down.
We played with this band, and no shit, they started, and the singer's just let off this massive scream. He's dropped the mic. He's got up on the bar, and the bar kind of goes out to the road. Yeah. So he's run across the bar. He's kicked a pint glass off the bar. He's run back. He's smashed his head with a microphone, and it started going hard. I was like, this is what metal's about, man. Like,
I've got to check this place out.
Yeah. Like,
Elton Chong's. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
It's possibly like, it's not the best sounding venue. You're playing through like this little PA system, Like, we sounded fine. We got idiots. We sounded fine. I don't know how they felt, but it was so, every band just had a good time. The rule is, like, a member of the band has to get on the bar. Like, they just want to party, bro. Penrith goes hard.
Yeah.
Penrith. So I think after we release these new singles, I think we're definitely going to go back to Sydney, because Alex, she got drunk and messaged me. She reckons, when are you coming back to Sydney? And I was like, as soon as we can. Like,
take Peter Renzullo with you and do a music video while you're
We'll
there.
have to doco it,
Yeah, go come to Sydney. I think the next time we go, like, I've got this idea. I had this idea today, and I don't know how anyone else feels about it because I haven't talked to them yet. So they're going to find out after hearing this.
But it's going ahead anyway.
Yeah. So I was thinking about driving my four-wheel drive over there and just camping in a few spots along the way, and then just get on to Sydney, then driving over to Melbourne, and then I don't have to hire a car. Nah, but I'll do it.
Yeah, no.
Fuel's expensive though. I've done the Nullarbor a couple of times, and we worked out. It was, I think, $1,300 all up. But and that was just one way.
That's the experience, though, bro.
You think that's 2 flights though? Like, like that's like to fly to Sydney. Like you're looking like return. That's $600.
Yeah, and especially like if you need like some wheels to get around instead of hiring shit, and then like you can like if you've got a 4-drive, you can sleep in it. You know what I mean? Like it's joy.
Well, like Mel and I, we've been chatting because we possibly might be touring next year, like Colour Mine and Ashes of Autumn. And we've been like discussing how we're going to do it, like how we're going to get around. And I wanted to get like a minivan, you know, so we can all just go in the van, the magic school bus sort of thing. But Steph is saying, no, let's just get like a couple of Yaris's or something. It's like, oh, I don't know.
See the invite there. That's cool. Whatever.
Did you get left out, big fella?
Apparently so.
Jesus.
I'll drink to
you
that.
can come with me.
We can take the third band with us. Hey, let's take Buried Shallow as well.
Oh, what you told go? Like, what the fuck? Let's go fucking invade.
Did we just create a festival?
Dude, let's just
best
take
friends?
a charter flight, right? Like all Perth bands. We'll trash the plane.
Yeah. Mel, are you from Kalgoorlie?
No.
We're all from Kalgoorlie. How crazy is that?
Oh, I've been there.
Nice.
I'm
Drove
sorry.
straight through it.
No, I'll tell you this story, right? A really quick story years ago.
Here we go.
I was playing in a cover band years ago, and they had the wet t-shirt competition going on at that time. And so
Go on.
well, I was singing, and like you do, and I'm like not entering the wet t-shirt competition. I'm just going to make that clear.
Right.
But this person in the crowd had other ideas and literally came up and threw fucking jugs on me.
Oh, what?
And did you win?
I apologise on the behalf of my people.
We are sorry.
Did that happen to be at a bar called the Rock Inn?
Or the exchange?
I think it
The
was.
Exchange,
It
I
could have been
reckon, yeah.
Sylvester's.
Oh, Sylvester.
Sylvester's nightclub.
Hey.
I think maybe we went there afterward. It's very hazy, but yeah, it was a while ago now. But yeah, it was very interesting because I was singing.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't throw
the girls
beer
with the
at a
beautiful
singer.
boobies are over there. Go look over there. You don't need to look.
That's just some drunk yobbo being like, she's in it too.
Yeah, come. Yeah.
Ah.
You can get it there. I'm like,
They're a pretty ruthless bunch. Like there's no there's no one policing their activity out there. Like they're just bogans being bogans, bro.
They are their own police, essentially.
It was very funny.
You don't want to trust the police out there.
No.
The next episode of Cops, it's Kalgoorlie. Yeah.
They did have their own TV show.
Yeah.
Kalgoorlie
Kalgoorlie
Cops.
Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my uncle was on
Wow.
that.
Okay, so how do we get stuck in Kalgoorlie? Because you're all from there.
Yeah.
All of you.
We all found
I
out
didn't know
today.
you were from there.
They went to
Born and
Boulder
raised.
Primary.
Yeah,
right.
I was born there, but I only lived there
I do feel
until I was
somewhat
like
left
3
out
years
now.
old. Yeah, we're all Kalgoorlie bumpkins, aren't we?
That's how it is.
Well, my boobs have been wet in Kalgoorlie, so that counts.
So you're basically family. So anyway, bro, singles on the way. So
Yeah, we're gearing up to start recording. Like our recording
where are you recording?
Well, we do all the guitars and drums in either me or Brett's little home studio.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then for vocals, we go down to Oracle Sound.
Yeah.
Shout out Jay.
Jay Huxtable.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. Like he's like sometimes you think with him, you're like, are we going to get anything done today? And then it's done. Like, because he's got the same amount of ADD as the rest of us. So like we're like, fuck, we're not going to get anything done today. And then all of a sudden, it's done.
It's
Like,
great that you
and
get-
it's perfect.
No, it's so awesome when you can like have that connection with the person that's recording you, you know, because it's nothing worse, I reckon, than just not clicking.
Yeah,
you know?
We were recording the album, like the start of Perfecting Failure album. Like we just loaded all our stuff in. It's like, oh, should we have a beer? Yeah, we'll have a brekkie beer. It came to like
And
6 p.m. that night, and we had already started tracking the first song. And I think we went through 3 or 4 cartons of
What?
beer.
Was Jay sending you to the Malaga tab to get beer? Yeah, he does that, eh?
We were playing scissors, paper, rock. Who was getting the next carton? And I think Matt lost every time. He had to go
wow.
and get the cartons of beers.
Classic.
Me and Tristan at the time. Tristan was our bass player. We were the last ones standing with Jay, and we passed out on the couch in room 1. Like,
There's all sorts of shenanigans that have gone down at Oracle, you know.
It's like Jay brings a vibe to your music. Like you're having fun when you're recording with him. Like because
Yeah.
we only do vocals with him, and like with the EP and all the singles, like he mixed and mastered them as well.
Yeah.
Like and he did such a tremendous job. Like
amazing engineer.
yeah.
Amazing.
So
Like,
anyone, if you're going to record, like hit up Jay. Like he's
Oracle
especially if you're a
Sound.
metal band, he knows metal,
yeah,
bro.
metal and pop punk
Yeah.
are his elements. Like,
Yeah.
Who does the vocals in your band predominantly?
Charlie is the only vocalist because the rest of us suck ass at it.
Do you have little backups?
I did a few on the EP, and I think Brett did Brett, our bass player, he did a few, but like nothing, like you can barely hear him in the mix, and for good reason.
Okay.
Like, we're just having a go. Like with one of the new demos that I bring to the band, I did do one scream at the start, but I'm fucking shithouse.
do you want to do a
no,
scream now?
like it's that
Colin?
bad.
Did
Like
you-
no,
did you
Scissors,
see the-
scissors, paper, rock. If you lose, you've got to do a scream.
Oh god.
this is gonna be bad, and all my metal friends are gonna laugh at me. But I'm a gambling man,
Yay!
Scissors, paper, rock.
Yay!
so yeah.
That's good.
Oh, you,
What?
oh no, you can
Do it, do
it.
it.
Yellow.
I was gonna put this on and then do it again, but it only
Go
works
do
with
it.
this mic, so you'd be like,
Bro, is that your? Was that? That is so cool, bro.
Isn't it sick?
So tell Buried Shallow they've got to bring a roadcaster next time to their gig, bro.
If I'm ever going to do backup vocals, that's about the only chance I've got of sounding good.
Me too, man. That was good.
I play guitar for a reason.
You
And even
downplayed
then-
yourself. No, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
it's
that
a
was
good
actually
fry.
decent. It's better than the shit that I can do,
What's
man.
fry?
That's what you did. Yeah.
Can you
It's a
show
fry.
us? Oh, I don't know.
No.
Scissors, paper, rock.
No, I don't know. I just don't do it. I didn't do the blur thing. I wasn't involved in that. No.
That was a fun episode.
That was
Was that with Tom?
Yeah.
Keely, Patient 67. Look,
Where Jonny.
I won that episode.
You
I
didn't do
don't
shit.
think
I
so.
fucking won.
I don't think so.
That guy has his shit down packed.
He's
like,
Tom?
he's
Yeah.
just
Fucking good. And he actually just did a collaboration, or he did 2 collabs, but one of them was with my good mate Jacob from over in Sydney, Enter the Hollow.
Into the hollow.
oh yeah.
And yeah, so he and Tom did this collab, and
was
it's
fucking brutal.
the song is called "Lambs to the Slaughter."
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
the one.
gonna fact check this.
Oh, I know you, baby. I seen that. It's
Yeah.
Lambs to the Slaughter, and it was got like this
It was
breakdown with like, just a gunshot to the head. Just
Yeah,
Bro, like
Lambs
that?
to the Slaughter, Enter the Hollow, featuring Tom Keely from Patient 67.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brutal as
Brutal,
fuck.
brutal.
You were saying, man?
The way you explained it, just like it reminds, like it's starting to come back. There's this like that obnoxious, like absurdly obnoxious like form of deathcore is just coming back, and I am 100% for it.
You're there for it.
bro.
I'm here for
Fucking
it.
Will Ramos from
Oh.
Lorna Shore
Oh,
to the Hellfire.
Did you get tickets?
Squeals.
I
the
didn't,
pigs.
but goddamn.
Bro, I took a day off work to get those tickets. Like,
Oh,
'cause I thought
for
it would have
real?
sold out straight away. Like whenever a good show's coming, I just take the day off and
And you got him?
sit. Yeah, that's how I got tickets to Blink. That's how I got.
like
Feeling sick.
So no, like sky, like what do you call it? What did you say before when you were telling me about your job?
Oh, just
You
jumping
jump
off
off
buildings. Yeah.
I was like, huh?
yeah, because so we were talking about Lindsay from Primrose Park.
Yes.
And yeah, we really want to get Lindsay on the show. We think
So next time that you
she's
jump
awesome.
past her window, just
Yeah, and you were
Sigh.
explaining it like, yeah, I used to see Lindsay a lot when I was jumping off buildings. And we were like, what the fuck?
Sometimes I realise that the way I explain shit is just so fucking.
But,
like, it's
but
not
then,
good.
yeah, like,
Hold up. Backtrack a little bit.
like
I
your
understand.
your job, you do rope access.
Yeah, I do rope access.
It's-
Although I haven't done it in a little bit because like it's always piss and rain, and
Yeah.
it's like so the company I work for just does everything. So
Yeah.
it's whatever they get me
so
to
you've
do.
been grounded.
Yeah, I've been grounded.
Yeah.
You know how much boring it is? Like, you know when you're like, because like the wind doesn't have anything to do with you anymore. Like you're not blowing around.
Damn, bro. Feels.
Yeah.
I can't say that
hanging
I, would,
around.
I can't say I know how that feels. I'm okay being on the ground, bro. Like I'm good.
I feel here, man. We have a segment on this show.
Oh, we do.
It's called What's on Repeat. Bam! Smack me in the face.
We go on your Spotify right
sir.
now, right? If we were, what is a song or a band that you've got on repeat right now? Something you
pumping
just
it.
can't get enough of.
Well, actually, there's a few bands in that. One of them is so out of pocket you wouldn't believe. Like we talked about this before. I listen
Try
to
me.
a lot of
Try
different
me.
tunes. Like
Yeah.
I listen to hip hop, metal, punk. Like
Yeah.
the most out of pocket thing is Bardo.
Bardo.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Do you remember the first season of Popstars? That shit was good, man.
Bardo.
Bro, Sophie Monk. Yeah. Like, she's
Oh,
the
yeah.
bomb. Like,
Take me back.
Monk.
Whoa.
yeah. So like I thought to myself, I was like,
Surely this is a gimmick.
no, bro, like you could
Right. I know
Prove
the
it.
tune.
Where's your phone?
That first
I
single
want to
that
see
came out
your
with.
Spotify phone.
So I thought about Sophie Monk because I seen her on the TV and I was like,
Don't tell me you're gonna do like a fucking metal version of their shit or something. Like,
no, I put it to the band. They said no. So like I
Feels.
seen her on TV. I was like, she was on Popstars once. So I went back and I listened to her. I was like, you know what? It's not half bad.
It's not bad.
But like
What was the song called? Was it Poison?
Poison, yeah.
Poison.
I can't remember how it goes, but I remember thinking.
I just remember the hit.
No,
Oh,
it's
you
not.
got this one right here. It's like Poison.
Can you
It
put
was
that
exactly
little
like
the
that.
dinky song on? It's like
Dinky?
this. Yeah.
The first
The
one
yacht rock.
doesn't sound anything like this. This is just fun.
And it is fun.
Poison.
And anything else, my
For
friend?
metal, Slaughter to Prevail is always
yeah.
in there.
Alex.
Throne, a band called Throne.
Throne.
Yeah.
Hardcore?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
yep,
like a
yep.
bit of hardcore. Actually, Colourmind is in there a fair bit.
yeah.
Like
Fuck
I do,
off.
yeah. Well, because like I haven't heard you with your new vocalist yet.
Yeah.
I've been saving that. I don't know if you've released a track with me yet. 'cause
yet.
I've-
Not yet.
So-
Not yet.
It's coming.
I'm very humbled, by the way. Whenever someone mentions they've listened to my band, I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Well, bro, like
But
like
tell
I
me
said,
more.
man, I'm a skateboarder. Like, so,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if you realize, but Tony Hawk's too was
Oh,
all
dude.
like.
Oh, yes.
Jimmy
Hawk,
was your
Pro
singer's
Skate.
name?
Yeah,
Was it
yeah,
Bro,
Jimmy.
it was almost
Yep.
like Millencolin cross body jar.
Body jar, yeah.
So
and,
like,
and that's always been like the direction that we want to go in. Is
At
like,
a show, they did You're Not the Same. Is that what it's called?
Body
Body
jar.
Jar?
That was
same.
459 bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they killed it. I was
Yeah.
like... And then I went home and I
like-
played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
No. We played it so badly we killed it.
Your words, not mine. So true, for sure.
yeah, and then hip hop, it's like always come back to like Big Pun, Big L,
Oh, respect.
Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude, like
Hell yeah.
I miss the days of what was it? Dre 2001.
I got that on vinyl, man.
Right.
It's so
Hell
like,
yeah.
See, like I'm into my punk metal, you know, whatever, thrash metal. I'm into that. But as soon as I hear that album,
Things
dang.
ain't the same for gangsters.
like fuck.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the game done changed.
Yeah.
Oh, still
Man,
Dre, baby.
like, Yeah, like it's that nostalgia. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
fuck. As soon as I hear that shit, man, yeah, crank that shit up.
No one's ever had a bad time listening to the next episode.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you know,
It's just-
like-
Hold up. You're like, hell yeah, brother. Thank you so much for coming down. Thank you for sharing.
Bro,
Thank you for
thanks
the
for having
deals.
me. Like, I've been
No.
following your podcast, and I was like, these guys seem to have a lot of fun.
Well,
I
you
keep going
do.
away from this fucking mic because I don't know what I'm doing.
Mark.
You're
Ah,
right,
you
brother.
good.
Do
killing
us a favor, bro. Look at that camera right now and tell us where we can get all of Buried Shallow, like Spotify, Facebook.
Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We also have.
Grinder.
I've got Grinder.
Couldn't fucking help yourself, could you?
I'm just on there hoping that guy that you had on with the big sexy arms is there.
Oh,
you know, like,
you never know, Dan.
Dan.
I'd get cuddled by that for sure.
It's,
like,
it's funny how I
There's a
knew.
big line, I think.
It's funny how I knew who we was talking about
Oh,
straight
the
away.
big-
yeah. You don't even have to be into guys. You're like, he's got some sexy arms. I don't know him at all, so I'm sorry. But like,
He's the loveliest
Don't even
dude,
apologize.
honestly. He's
There's
so
so
lovely.
many people that have said that.
Yeah.
And we know exactly who they're talking about. Damn.
sexy arms.
And I mean, it fit, didn't it? Like having him as the first guest on big things coming. And then
let's
there's
face
Dan.
it. Let's face it.
Man, that
He-
guy can wail.
Yes,
he
yeah.
is like I'd say the most versatile musician I've
Literally.
ever fucking met in
Dude,
my life.
I tell you, like when I did a song with them, you know, like they asked me to come and do a song, Ember's song.
Yeah.
And and Dan, like, you know, he hadn't sent me the song. So by the time I turned up to the studio that day, I still didn't know the fucking song. So I had to learn it while I was there, and we wrote another part for
Yeah.
it. But like he's like a one take wonder in the studio.
Yeah.
Like he just like wow, like just blasts out.
if they had a music Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
right, and each country sent their best performer,
Eurovision?
whatever team, right, Eurovision, whatever, right. 100%, I would be backing Daniel Connell.
Dude, yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably
If we
one of the
did an
most versatile.
Australian version, the top cities,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
the ambassador
In fact, we
for
should
Perth,
just put it
Daniel.
Put it forward
Yeah.
because
do
he is the most. Well, to me, like he can do anything.
He can do acoustic.
Yeah.
He can do fucking metal.
He
We'll call it-
screams,
we'll
Haven't
call it
heard him
melodic.
do punk yet though.
Oh yeah, he can totally
see
You
do
know
that.
that.
what?
Bro,
Challenge
like
Yeah,
every
I'm
time
gonna
I
put it
see
to
him, he's holding a different guitar, and they're always like fancy guitars.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I asked him. I said, "Dude, you're an electrician, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Put me on as a mature apprentice. Fucking do it." And I'm still to this day, I'm hitting him up like, "Just fucking do it. You can trust me. I'm not going to screw
Why
you."
do you want to do that?
I want to be a Sparky. And the thing is, like, it's so
You got
it's-
enough spark, Johnny. Like,
You
I
can,
don't-
you can spark this.
pop, good motherfucker.
Thank you so much, my boy,
Mark,
Marky.
it's been
Guys,
a pleasure,
cheers
dude.
for having me.
Do yourselves a favour at home. Follow Buried Shallow.
Hit us up on Spotify.
Go on,
Yeah.
do it. Do it now.
And I'm going to put you in touch with my mate Jacob over east. He's a one-man band, right? He does all his own recordings, vocals, guitars, drums, everything. He's the one that just collabed with Tom Keeley.
Oh, nice.
I reckon you guys are going to
Yeah,
get
you'd
along
be great
very
mates.
Oh, bro, does he
Yeah.
drink piss?
well. Well, funny you mention that. He's actually, I don't know his exact role. He's like a sales rep for a whiskey company.
Oh, well, look, we're in. Let's call him right now.
We're working, bro.
I don't know if that's the exact term, but it's to do with whiskey, and he flies around the country and shit.
I do like whiskey and cigars.
I'm waiting for me and plot twist.
Here we go.
I've never actually met him. He and I are very, very good mates, and we become friends in a Call of Duty lobby
Oh, shit.
on PlayStation.
And on that note, we have to call
That's
time on this show.
We can talk forever.
There's big things coming.
There you go.
See you next week.
See you.
Cheers.
Bye.